After 2.5 decades of doing this business, we live by one simple philosophy. Organizations must create environments that people enjoy working in. It really is as simple as that. If you break down all the things you have to do on a daily basis, it comes down to results and people. You're asked to drive certain results in the seat you sit in, and you also have to work with people to get those results. Now, we all have probably been experienced in an organization where the results are really good, but the culture is bad. Or I've experienced the opposite, where the culture is really good and people enjoy it, but they don't get the results. So as a leader, how can you create balance? How can you create balance by working with the people that you have to work with to drive the results that you're asked to drive? It comes down to these key things. Number one, creating strong working relationships. Number two, engagement. And number three, fulfillment. Let me walk you through each one of those so you understand where we're coming from. When we talk about strong working relationships, we're not talking about friendships. If you're friends, that's fine, and we're not saying you shouldn't be friends. We're just talking about at work, how can we create strong working relationships that allow us to work well together to drive those results? There's really 3 sub-bullet points under strong working relationships. Number one, trust. How are we building trust with each other? The more trust we have, the easier it is. Nothing's easy, but the easier it is to work together to drive those results. Number two, respect. How can we respect each other, respect ourselves, and make sure that we're truly working to build those strong working relationships? And the last one is rapport. How are we continuously looking at ways to grow the relationship to make sure that it's strong? The next piece of that is engagement. When we talk about engagement, what we mean is driving opportunity mindset, not obligation mindset. Opportunity mindset says I get to, obligation mindset says I have to. Now, there's always a suck factor in every role, in anything that we do, but how are we as leaders setting our team up for opportunity, which means they enjoy doing it. It moves the business forward. It gets the results you're looking to get. They're good at it. And how are we minimizing obligation mindset or I have to? That's the engagement piece. And finally, fulfillment. Fulfillment means how can we authentically and sincerely help people understand the value and the impact that they bring. We're believers that everybody adds value. No matter if you're leading the entire organization or somewhere on the front lines, we all add value. We're also big believers that people don't realize the value that they bring. And so as leaders, how can we authentically help them understand it and create that impact and value? So again, when it comes to a foundation and creating environments people love and enjoy coming to, it comes down to strong working relationships, better engagement, and more fulfillment. Now, the pillars of a world-class culture really encompass 4 areas: clarity, alignment, purpose, and communication. Again, let me walk through each one of these so you understand our beliefs and where we're coming from. So clarity, we call it CAP-C, but ultimately clarity. There's 2 things that you have to be clear on as a leader: the goals and the expectations. We ask every leader we work with, where is the bus going? Are you clear and are your people clear? Do they understand the goals and what you're looking to accomplish and the results you're asked to get? You have to have complete clarity on that. Next is expectations. Uncommunicated expectations creates pre-planned resentment. If you're not clear on what you expect of me, I will probably disappoint you every time. Not because I'm meaning to, it's just because we're not clear. So we have to make sure as leaders that our team is crystal clear on what we expect of them, and vice versa, we have to be crystal clear on what they expect of us. Once you have that clarity around goals and expectations, the next one is alignment. Once people are clear on where the bus is going and what's expected of them, the next question becomes, do they want to go there? And are they willing to live into those expectations? Because if they're not willing to do that, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. No judgment here. It just means they might be on the wrong bus. If the bus is going to Denver for sake of conversation and somebody wants to go to Minneapolis, it doesn't mean they're the wrong person. It just means there might be another bus that's going there. If you allow people to stay on the bus that aren't aligned, they're going to create chaos. They're gonna create friction. They're gonna try to convince other people that that's where we shouldn't be going. And so you have to make sure that after there's clarity, that people are aligned to the destination, aligned to the goals and the expectations. The P stands for purpose. It goes back to that fulfillment. Do people truly understand their purpose? With the seat that they sit in on the bus, do they understand how what they do impacts the direction of where the bus is going? See, we find in a lot of organizations that there are people that are working hard, but they're on all four sides of the bus. And so some people are pushing this way, 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 and the bus isn't going anywhere. And so with clarity, alignment, and purpose, it allows you to make sure everybody's on the same side of the bus, pushing for the highest probability of success. And the last pillar is communication. How can we overlay communication in all of this that helps move the bus in the right direction? So again, look at your situation. I don't know what your piece of the puzzle is. Maybe you have a small team, maybe you have a large team, but wherever you're at, begin to assess and truly assess, how are our working relationships? Am I driving engagement? Do people feel like it's opportunity, not obligation? Am I driving fulfillment? Do people really understand the value and the impact that they have? Is there clarity around the goals and expectations? Are people aligned? Do they truly understand how what they do matters to the overall goals and vision of where it is we're going? And am I communicating as a leader to make sure all those things are present? We all have areas of opportunity. I can find them, you can find them. So truly look in the mirror and find one thing that you can improve. Control the controllables, and whatever that is, do it now. Best of luck.